What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LTCN and BCHG today at the request of Honey Hassan and Flower Child. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It helps the channel grow to do those things. Thank you very much. My voice is gone. It's a little bit gone, so just bear with me, right? If it sounds different, that's why. And let's get into this, guys. So I was actually just looking at this chart, and I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit excited for what LTCN has to offer, right? Because you take this recent low to this recent high, right here, relative discernible low to discernible high. You can see that you went way down, man, way down. You didn't find a break at all until you hit your 2272, deep extension, right? Around $10, the 2272, very common areas to find support, psychologically and off the fib, okay? And now what you're doing is you're finding, right, you found resistance at the 1886, moved up to your 1272, found resistance. You're at your 1618 now, looking to find support. This is very productive. It's set up to be very productive. You're not productive yet. It's not. Yes, you've moved up. It's nice. You're not productive yet, okay? Find support today, Thursday, Friday, right? The next 2 days. Find support here. You can go down. It's okay, but close the day here or higher. You don't want to close below that 1618. If you close below that 1618, it's fine. But then you have to get set up at the next lower level, or maybe the 2272, or maybe you go all the way down to the 2618. You know, then we start talking about lower things. If you can close tomorrow green, the next target that we're looking for LTCN would be anywhere from 1680 to 1760. This range here. And when you have a positive reaction with this area, whether it's negative at first or positive afterwards, however it looks, whenever you have a positive reaction with this area, that very much does solidify that this is the low, the long anticipated awaited low that LTCN has been forming, right? And that would signal some bigger things to come, right? Some growth that we haven't seen really since January of this year, right? And I'm just saying growth because that's when this last phase started, was January, right? We would finally see an uptrend take place if we react well at that level. And that all starts here. That's in the sights. That's in our focused range because of where we are now. If we find support at the 1618 and continue to move up, that'd be nice. The goal right now in the very immediate term is to close above $15. Close above it. Any given day. It can be this week. It could be next week. It's not time sensitive. Just close above $15. Don't close below $13.03. You're at $13.06 right now. I realize it'd be easier to ask for you to close below this line instead of holding it as support. But I'm asking you to hold it as support. Come on, LTCN. Come on, Grayscale people. Hold it as support. Sell your house. You know, do whatever you have to do to contribute. No, I'm just kidding. Not financial advice. I don't own any Grayscale trusts at all, right? I own the underlying assets. I don't own the trusts themselves. So don't sell your house, you know, unless you feel like that's the best financial decision for you, or it's something that you want to do, you know, unrelated, right? But none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Though I'm sure if you did sell something that was worth a lot of money and bought in at these areas in time, I'm sure it would pay off handsomely, and probably not much time at all, like by the end of the year. But that's beside the point. Hold $13.06. Why is it at I thought it was at 13.0 something else. There we go, 13.03. Hold $13.03. Break above $15.03. Do that, and you're looking good. And I do think you'll do that. I really do. I like your daily RSI. I like your 3-hour RSI. The 1 hour looks a little shifty right now. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's actually at an area that you could expect to see support as well. So again, tomorrow could move down a little bit, maybe just a little bit. If you're below 1303, it's okay. We just don't want to close below there. The real goal is to move off of this, find support off of this, and close above here. You do that, you guys, and LTCN's looking really, really good. If you close below that 1618, it's looking like what you did was you filled the gap, and now you're moving lower. And the lower would probably be down at around $8.63 to $7, something like that. So if you want to avoid that, do good stuff now, right? Anyways, that's LTCN. Let's talk about BCHG and be done with this bad boy. BCHG. BCHG looking a little less exciting, and that's okay. And actually, I just wonder what BCH is looking like. Looks like I have it projected to go downwards. It could find support right here. It really could be the area that it finds support. It's hard to say because BCH could move down a little bit. And if BCH moved down a little bit, I could see BCHG moving down a little bit too, having a double bottom maybe, having a slightly lower low. It's possible. BCH really could have found its low here, though. That could have been it, because this is that zone that like we've been talking about since before this pump here. I know I'd relinquished that, but we just cut right through the area that I thought we were going to find support, like 330, 340. We just cut right through that and went to the original area that I'd been talking about since before this move up. So this does suffice, in my opinion, as low. We could go lower, absolutely. It could go a little bit lower, but just a little bit lower. You're at 323. It wouldn't even move 10% down, which would make me think that this wouldn't even move like 20% down, right? I mean, like I don't see you going below that low, really, as of now. You could, and don't be scared if you do. If the price for BCHG happens to go below this low, this is all I'm trying to get to, is it won't be by much. It won't be by much. I can do fibs. I can take the low to the high here and project downward, 480, 425. Maybe you could hit 480, maybe. But I don't think you're going to hit these deeper extensions. And they're not even deep extensions, right? Just deeper than the 1272 area here. But I'm not even expecting that, right? I'm actually expecting, if you move down from here, if you do, 569 to 549 holds, so 570 to 550, that holds. You might even hold this area here, man, and move up. It's really hard to say. Rejecting your 50 on the RSI doesn't bode well, right? You're at your 40 area, though. You're at an area where you could find support. It's so hard, man. I could really see you moving up or down from here. It's hard to say, so I'm just going to say it. If you move down from here, your current price, you might move down to about 550 to 570. That's it. You're at 627 now. 569, 549 would be the zone. Okay, that's it. It's not that far away. If not, you really could find support here. And if you do find support here, you might be moving up to prices that are closer. Let's actually take this one low to high. Closer to 780 to 825, somewhere in that zone. But it just depends. I guess you are consolidating above the 1618. That's nice. You tip the 1886 off of this. That is nice. Get above 693. Close above there for multiple days. 2 days in a row would be preferable. You've already done that, though. But close above it, and we can talk about 824, 783, stuff like that. That's your next target area, right? Something like that. Maybe you pull back to find support, and then you go up. I don't know. Just a rough thought. BCHG, LTCN, they seem fine, guys. I think the drama, the scaredness, the shaky leg syndrome that's been accompanying these Grayscale Trusts for all this time, I think it's going away slowly but surely. We're treating it. We're treating the illness, and it's gonna break out. Whoa, that was a good one. Break out and move higher any day now, any week now. By the end of the year, I do expect BCHG and LTCN to certainly have turned a tide. BCHG very well could be at new all-time highs by the end of the year. As crazy as it seems, man, we're at 627 right now. This thing could genuinely be worth more than 10 times its current price by the end of the year. But time will tell. Do you know how much it would have to move in that amount of time? You know how it can move a lot in a very short amount of time, man. It really can. Right? End of the cycle last time, in the course of not even 3 months, from a low point to a high point, you moved up that much. I mean, that put you at $80 by the end of November, right? It can happen. You've done it before. You've done pretty crazy stuff in this cycle too. I don't know, 3 months here. We'll just go from the low here to the high. Less than 3 months time, technically, with that move. That would put you, even at the low, the relative low that we have, that'd put you all the way up at $40, right? And that's what we've seen so far this cycle. I would only expect that the moves get stronger as we go through the cycle, as we progress, especially if this is, and I don't know, we don't know yet, right? We don't know if this next move up will be the finale for this cycle. If it is, expect it to be stronger, longer lived, right? Hard to say. You might have one more move up and then consolidate, and then one more move up to end the rally, something like that, right? But regardless, you're getting to that ending point, and it doesn't matter if it's crypto or a tech stock or some kind of commodity, whatever it is, real estate, every market, almost always, it's the end that has this phenomenal finish, right? You might not see all the growth, the majority of the growth might not take place then, but the fastest, most alive and strongest movements tend to take place at the end of the cycle, at least for bull cycles, right? Not always the case for bear cycles, sometimes for bear cycles, but not always the case. Right, like here's a perfect example. Very intense at first, and then slowly died off, right? It didn't die off on the intenseness. But anyways, I digress. I'm just talking at this point when I shouldn't be, because my voice is gone. So with that, I leave you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. These Grayscale Trusts, you guys, you Grayscale people are going to be vindicated very soon, right? It's going to feel like a bad dream, because that's all it is. It's just a bad dream. Really, you've got higher lows. You scope out and you look, and it's like, man, it's just bad timing. You could have bought anywhere here, and you'd be perfectly fine. But it's this little window where a lot of people bought and a lot of people made moves that's screwing people up, right? The majority of the time, it is an abundant opportunity, and right now is one of the more abundant or one of the more beneficial opportunities for both BCHG and LTCN. But it might not feel like it yet. Just give it some time. Give it a couple months. Give it a couple months. You'll be rocking and rolling in no time. And with that, I leave you. So take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next one. Adios.